Hi, I am Leeann Fabec, Las Animas County former administrator and lifelong resident. I worked at Las Animas County for 16 years, the last 4 of those as county administrator. However, more importantly, for 12 years before that, I was Las Animas County's finance director. And during those years, from 2000 to 2012, I was able to see firsthand the effects of the rise and fall of the gas industry in Las Animas County, as well as the impacts of the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, TABOR, on finances in Las Animas County. When I first came to the county in 2000, commissioners had not been following the TABOR law and asked me to take a look at it and make sure we got into compliance, which I did. At that moment in 2000, our mill levy dropped from 22 mills to 18 mills as a result of the need to enact the TABOR laws into our financing and our budgeting. Subsequently, after that, I studied TABOR extensively. I went to classes, I went to workshops, I discussed many aspects of TABOR with other elected officials and administrators throughout Colorado and county governments to come to the point where I felt like I had a good handle on what TABOR meant. TABOR is a very complicated set of limitations that determines how much revenue local government, including counties, cities, districts, and the state, are allowed to generate and keep and spend. Now, as I mentioned, getting Las Animas County into compliance involved an immediate drop of 4 mills. Now, a mill, of course, is what we apply against your home value and your business value to come up with your county property tax. Subsequently, after that first drop, the gas industry was at that time growing, booming in Las Animas County. We saw, as a result of applying the TABOR limit, our mill levy drop from 18 to 16 to 14 to 12 to 11. At one point in the early 2000s, it dropped to 9.357 mills. That was wonderful when the gas industry was booming and the county property valuation was above $800 million. After 2010, the reverse happened. The gas industry started to curtail. In 2000, Las Animas County wiped about $2 million out of our budget because the property valuation dropped from over $800 million down to a little over $400 million. It dropped 50%. At that time, we cut millions of dollars worth of expenses. We laid off a dozen people and then some. We wiped out every discretionary spending that we possibly could to live within our means. At that time, our fund balance was healthy, and that was a good thing because in subsequent years since 2010, the gas industry has continued to decline in our county, and we have had to not only cut more expenses, but we've had to utilize a little bit of the $5 million general fund balance that we had in 2010, down to the point now where we are down to just a little over $2.5 million as our fund balance, and the need to cut another $1 million from the 2017 budget. We're now at a crunch time. This has come about because TABOR does not allow for an adjustment for your local economy. What happens is TABOR allows you to grow from one year to the next in total revenue by a formula. That formula is a mix of the consumer price index for the Boulder, Denver, Greeley area, or in other words, the rate of inflation, plus your local growth, which equates to new construction in your county. Well, as you probably all know, we don't have a lot of inflation in our county right now, and we don't have a lot of new construction in our county right now. So let's say, for example, that TABOR allows you to grow by 2%. That 2% may only mean $150,000 growth. By freezing the mill levy in 2005, we were able to not have to apply that calculation in order to determine our revenue. We were able for 5 years, thanks to the voters, to keep whatever we were able to collect from 9.357 mills. But now our assessed valuation in the county as a result of more losses in the gas industry has dropped another 25%. And as I mentioned, that causes the need for another $1 million in cuts from 2016 to 2017. Our services are basic services that everybody in the county utilizes and needs. They are state mandated services. They are required by statute, for example, law enforcement, the need to have a county jail, the need to provide an office where people can pay their taxes, obtain their driver's licenses, obtain their license plates, register documents, and there are many, many other services within the county that are mandated but are not funded by the state other than what we can collect. I urge you to vote for ballot question 1A. This allows us to increase our mill levy from 9.357 mills to 14.357 mills. We cannot go above that without a vote of the people. It will always be 14.357 mills. It's just that whatever revenue we can generate from that extra 5 mills, we'll be able to keep and utilize to provide the best services to the Las Animas County residents that we can. Thank you, and remember, please vote for ballot question 1A on November 8th.